The Florida State Seminoles, ranked number 10 nationally, are now in the midst of what can only be described as a disastrous start to their season. Following a stunning 28-13 defeat at home to Boston College on Monday night, the Seminoles have dropped to 0-2, a situation that no one could have predicted for a team of their caliber. Boston College dominated the game, especially on the ground, racking up 268 rushing yards against a Florida State defense that seemed powerless to stop them. On the other hand, Florida State's offense, led by new quarterback DJ Uiagalelei, was lackluster for the second consecutive week, failing to deliver the high-energy plays that fans were hoping for. After falling behind 14-6 by halftime, the Seminoles were in a position to close the gap or even tie the game at the start of the second half. However, in a moment that epitomized their nightmarish performance, Uiagalelei threw a desperate interception on a critical fourth down play. Boston College's Max Tucker intercepted the pass and returned it to the FSU's 7-yard line. Just 2 plays later, the Eagles extended their lead to 15 points, silencing the home crowd. There was a brief glimmer of hope for Florida State when a trick play led to a 29-yard touchdown pass to Kentron Poitier, cutting the deficit to 8 points. However, the Seminoles' defense continued to be shredded by Boston College's relentless ground attack. In response to FSU's first touchdown of the night, and their first passing touchdown since a dismal outing against North Alabama in 2023, the Eagles engineered an 8-play drive that consumed more than 4 minutes off the clock, further extending their lead. The Seminoles' next drive showed promise as Uiagalelei connected with Poitier for a significant gain, but the momentum quickly stalled. Uiagalelei was flagged for intentional grounding on the subsequent play, and Florida State ultimately turned the ball over on downs. As the clock ticked down, Florida State's woes were encapsulated by a decision to punt on a 4th and 20 with just over 6 minutes remaining. This situation arose after offensive lineman TJ Ferguson was penalized for unsportsmanlike conduct following an unnecessary shove, further compounding their problems. The decision to punt while trailing by 15 points illustrated the team's desperation and lack of viable options. Nearly every aspect of the Seminoles' game was subpar. Uiagalelei, under constant pressure, struggled with both accuracy and decision-making. When he did manage to deliver on target throws, his receivers often failed to make catches. The running game was almost non-existent, the defensive line was overpowered, and the linebackers were outmatched throughout the night. Additionally, the Seminoles committed 7 penalties compared to Boston College's 1, highlighting a lack of discipline that only deepened their woes. While some may have dismissed Florida State's Week 0 loss to Georgia Tech in Dublin as a fluke, blaming it on a mix of a new lineup and the challenges of overseas travel, the recurring issues evident in their latest performance suggest deeper problems. If the Seminoles don't find a way to address these shortcomings quickly, their season could spiral further out of control.